Hello, in this presentation, we're going to talk about the impact of mobile phones on people. This presentation is going to be presented by Hana Darwish, Zaina Amr, Farida Tariq, and Hana Ayman. Let's first move on to the introduction. People all around struggle with cell phone addiction, whether they acknowledge that or not. As being victims of cell phone addiction ourselves, we decided to understand the negative and positive impacts of cell phones as well as whether or not it is possible to get rid of cell phone dependence and excessive consumption once and for all. Rarely anyone anymore leaves their house without fully charging their phone or takes a day off without checking their cell phone at least 100 times a day, daily. Besides the regular functions of mobile phones, such as calling people, taking pictures, texting people for necessary means, people now use their mobile phones, cell phones, for so much more than that. Significance of the topic. This topic is extremely important since it is a topic concerning almost every mobile phone consumer. This topic sheds light on how addicted we have become to mobile phones and how extremely hard it would be to detach from them and the services they provide. Aim of this paper or of the paper. Our research paper aims to find an answer to three questions, which are what are the positive and negative aspects of mobile phones? Which age group is most dependent on mobile phones? Is it possible to detach from mobile phones? Methods used. We used methods such as excessive research and analysis of statistics. We did not stop there. We also conducted a survey to back up our theories. These methods were very effective since we gathered so much information about the topic. Then we validated them through real experiences. Findings of our paper. Teens are the age group most dependent on their phones. Studies have shown that most teens have not fully developed self-control skills yet. Teenagers are exposed to and easily affected and influenced by the content of influencers. Influencers go out there and show a perfect life. Teenagers have the mentality of thinking that they should be or should have this perfect life also, which is completely wrong because not everything we see is how it is in real life. It's not the reality of what's happening. Detachment from mobile phones would be impossible due to nomophobia.
Hi, my name is Farida, and now I'll talk about the negative effects of mobile phones. There are several problems that are caused from mobile phones, like distraction during driving, increases of cybercrimes, as people think they can do whatever they want behind the screen. And one of the major problems is health problem, like brain cancer. Also, it has bad impacts on children. For example, it can affect their academic performance. And one of the major negative aspect is threat of private leak. We are going to give two of these problems in details. As we all know, mobile phones became one of the most essential things in our lives, which causes distraction in today's world. Nowadays, it's hard to focus on a specific task due to the sound of the notification. For example, when a phone rings during a class, the students lose their concentration as they are distracted. If you want to think of a better life without distraction, this life will have no mobile phones. Health problems. Also, health problems that are caused from mobile phones are severe. As mentioned before, one of these causes is brain cancer. Another problem is eye vision loss and weaknesses of the immune system. In addition, due to the radio frequency radiation, the temperature of the body increases when the radio frequency radiation increases. Now Hannah will tell you about the positive aspects of mobile phones. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hannah Ayman. Today I'm going to talk about the positive aspects of mobile phones. As my friend Saida previously talked about the negative aspects, now I'm going to tell you which are the positive aspects of mobile phones. There are many positive aspects, first of which the mobile phones provide communication between people. It makes it much easier for people to communicate. For example, if you have an old friend that you haven't talked to in many years, it's very, very easy to just send them a quick message or to talk to them on a call phone really quick. In addition to that, helps during emergencies. If, for example, someone has a major health issue, it's now very easy to just contact a hospital or an ambulance to come and get them and help them quickly. Also, one of the main positive impacts that it has a great impact on the business and studies. It also increases efficiency. It provides entertainment for everyone, including all ages. Everyone can be entertained using the mobile phones. And lastly, it has a positive aspect. It has positive effects on healthcare and education. To talk more about the impacts on business and studies, the majority of smartphone devices also offer video input and output, which is a crucial capability, meaning that the inputs and outputs of any devices are now very easy to supply. It also provides the ability to communicate from anywhere, including when you're away from your business or away from your home. It's very easy if you're just in the street and, for example, you want to contact one of your relatives or one of your friends. It's very, very accessible to call them using the mobile phone. In addition to that, when you're having a very busy day and you want to organize everything in it, maintaining our calendar, staying and staying informed with the forthcoming events of the day, it effectively manages our tasks and tells us which are the necessary activities we have during the day. Moreover, it have effects on efficiency. The mobile phones provide very easy and quick solutions to everything. If you now have any problem that you want a quick question, you want a quick solution to, you can easily just Google your problem, and many solutions are going to appear in few seconds. Furthermore, phones manage schedules and help individuals keep track of work-related matter, increasing the user efficiency. So when, for example, there's an employee who wants to keep track of their schedules and know what's, for example, their emails, whether they're organized or not, it's very easy and efficient to use your mobile phones. That's all. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hannah Darwish, and now I'm going to be answering one of the main questions our research was trying to answer, which is reasons why detaching from your phone is impossible. I am sure my colleagues have discussed the positive and negative effects of mobile phones, and I'm sure it has been mentioned before that detaching from mobile phones is impossible. However, the reasons why has not been really discussed yet. So this is what I'm gonna do now. After discussing the positive and negative effects, I'm sure many people could actually think of, since we know that negative effects could outweigh the positive effects, or at least some people think so. Why do we just not detach from mobile phones? And the reason we cannot detach from mobile phones is because people heavily rely on their phones and the services they provide, and they are very dependent on them. People use their phones for contacting and communicating their friends or family who are living abroad, which is a problem that people in the past without mobile phones have struggled with. So once mobile phones were introduced and people were able to contact family and friends and make sure they're okay, it's very hard to just take away that service, as well as mobile phones also provide even education process, health, and many other positive effects that my colleague Hannah Ayman has discussed. So just taking away a service that people are heavily dependent on is not going to be easy, and if we're willing to do so, it's going to take a lot of time for people to 100% adapt to a life without mobile phones again. Another thing why detaching from your phone is impossible is a psychological thing called nomophobia. So now we're going to talk about the psychology of nomophobia. Nomophobia is a psychological condition where people fear being without their mobile phone. So many researches have been found, and when they analyzed people, they have noticed that people have a fear of being without their mobile phones. They have a fear of leaving their house without having their mobile phone charged fully, like for 100%. So many people have the fear of being without their mobile phones. Many people use their mobile phones to get out of socially awkward positions. So situations, I'm sorry. So many people use mobile phones for many things to the point where they fear being without their phones. Studies have shown that more than 40% of the US population suffer from this phobia. However, many other researchers have stated that nomophobia is just an illusionary concept created to justify the negative impacts of mobile phones and allow them to keep damaging individuals. So an individual could say, I have nomophobia, I can't be without my phone, just to justify the negative effect this phone has on them and saying and justifying for the brain that they cannot be without their mobile phones. So nomophobia, people could say it's psychological, others could say it's just an illusionary concept. However, it's there. Many people do fear being without their mobile phones, which is a very huge issue. And now we're gonna be discussing how to end this, and how to end this is the only reason to end this, the only way to end this, I'm sorry, is to practice being without mobile phone. It takes effort, it takes time, and it takes adaptation. So basically, mobile phones have become an addiction, as they have many negative effects on people, both mentally and physically, yet people continue to use them. Also, some authors believe that it is extremely difficult to completely get rid of mobile phones for the reasons we have discussed, as well as nomophobia, while others believe that getting rid of them is not entirely impossible. It just takes time and takes effort. And just like anything in life, mobile phones have disadvantages, they have their advantages too, and we have gotten used to the services they provide. So completely detaching from them suddenly is not really a practical solution to the addiction that people struggle with. So it is a process that should come gradually. Thank you so much for listening.